Well, g'day and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I head to this local lake behind me, I get down in the mud again and I photograph some water birds with the 400 2.8 and the Canon 5D Mark IV. I hope you enjoy. Just swimming around and it just swam straight across here, and we got the reflection, so I wanted that colour. And as we can see, the water's quite smooth because there's no wind, so we're getting some nice reflections and colours of the coot on the water. So that was what I was going for, and hopefully that's what we got. So this is just sit and wait. So I've picked a spot. I've never been here before, but I could just see by how still this water was that we're going to get nice reflections. So I've simply laid down as low as I could. I've got the ground pod, which you can see. I've done a video on that. Gimbal, and then 400, 1.4 and 5D Mark IV. So this is what I'm using today. So I've been laying here for about 20 minutes and I'm not getting the action that I'd hoped for, so I'm tempted to move locations. There's just not a lot happening here. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you just have to make a call that it's not working and go somewhere else. So I think I'll do that. I can see there's another spot, so I'll go for a walk and try that one out. Alright, so I changed position and I did actually have a coot here, which I got a few shots, but unfortunately a dog came and it swam away, so hopefully it'll come back, but it allowed some nice close shots. Hopefully a bird will come back. It's absolutely glorious, it's absolutely beautiful stuff. So that's often the case, you just lay there and sometimes a duck will just turn up, as that did, a little bit far away. So I've only got 560mm, so 400 and a 1.4, so it's probably a little bit short, but I just wanted to try it out and see what the images look like. Hopefully we get another bird that comes back this way. I could probably put a blind on, but these birds I'm right next to a walking track, so these birds are pretty much used to humans, I'd say. Did you see that? So that duck literally flew right in front of me and we got some shots. Morning. How you doing?
I haven't disturbed anything for you.
No, that's fine. Well, hopefully it captured that duck. So that wood duck literally didn't see me. It's just flown in, landed right in front of me. It was almost too big, to be honest, just trying to fit it in the frame. So hopefully we got some shots there. Again, just simply sitting and waiting, and sometimes you get lucky. You know, birds fly, and this is obviously a spot that they come to. Fairly regularly, so just by me laying here, you know, I've increased my odds of them turning up. So yeah, that's good. So that was the duck when it's coming and landed. As you can see, it should make for quite a nice shot. Reasonably happy with that. And it was just here, obviously. Just down here in front of us. Just simply laying here, and then it... see a coot coming a fair way off, but it might make for a nice habitat shot. It's a fair way away, but it's quite a nice setting. Nice colours. Okay, I've got quite a nice shot now, and the bird's coming this way, it's powering this way. Alright, so pretty successful little session there. Had a couple of coots come back and forward, so I managed to get quite a few shots with nice reflections, nice colours. One of them had a bit of feeding behaviour. There's a coot just over here, but it's in the darkness, so it's not really the ideal photograph. You don't want it too messy. I'll show you what I mean. So there's actually a coot. There's a coot right here, but it's way too messy. It's right in amongst the reeds, and it doesn't matter what I do there. It's always going to be a dark, sort of messy photograph. So you got to pick your spots and know where your best photos are going to be. So there's not very good, but as we turn around and we come over here, this area here, when the birds are swimming, there's nothing directly behind them, and we get these nice reflections. And even some of these reeds here aren't too bad, so hopefully I got a shot in here. But as soon as we get into this area here, it's just almost very messy. I'll take a quick shot just to show you what it would look like. Oh, got another grebe on its way across the water there. It's a fair way off, but we'll see. So I talk about the fundamentals all the time. I'll just go through them quickly of how I got these shots. So I picked the location. Location's very important. I knew that we'll get nice reflections and there's nothing directly behind the bird. I'm nice and low on my ground pod. I've got the light coming over my shoulder. I'm here early. What else have we got? We've got plenty of focal length, 560mm. I've checked my histogram, my settings to make sure I've got the right exposure. I use AI servo mode when I'm tracking the bird. If the bird's stationary, I use single shot, one shot. I take plenty of photos when the bird's moving around because not all of them are going to be sharp and not all of them will have the pose that I want. I'm looking for eye contact mainly when the bird's sort of going past, so that's one of the keys, and really that's all I do. And then the next step is to actually go through the photos and figure out which ones to keep and which ones to get rid of. But I'm very happy with a couple of those shots, and it'll be interesting to see the quality of the 400 2.8 with the 1.4. It's definitely focusing quick, that I can tell, so we'll just have to have a look at those files. I expect them to be very good. So we've got a pukeko, or swamp hen, that seems to be possibly building a nest or something, but it's a fair way off, but it makes for a nice habitat type shot, the bird going about its business. Nice reflection, nice light. So let me know in the comments what you think of that shot, whether you like it or not. I can just... oh. Pukeko's out in the open. It's a little bit messy because there's a lot going on around it, but it's still very nice. It's just chilling out, preening. Yeah, it's probably a little bit messy. I guess one thing I'll just quickly mention is my long lens technique is lacking at times. So I've actually hurt my left arm and I struggle to actually hold onto the lens or onto the camera. So you'll often see me just holding it with one hand, which is less than ideal, but I just simply can't do it because of my shoulder. Ideally, when you're using a long lens, you want to have this as steady as you can. So trying to create those points of contact, having your arm up onto the lens is often a good way. Or holding onto the actual gimbal head. You want to try and keep it as steady as possible, but I'll admit I often, because of my shoulder, I just can't, and I don't. So I still get nice shots, but ideally you want to try and have it as steady as you can. And something else which was just happened there is, I was tempted to move, and that's often the case. You'll move and you might miss something. So I guess that's the photographer's quandary, is whether you stay put or whether you move, because you often just don't know. I know often I just say, I'll give it 5 more minutes. I'll give it 5 more minutes, and sometimes something happens that you weren't expecting. And that's the beauty of it, I guess. Another beautiful morning. 400 seems to be working really well. Got some nice shots. And it's often in these quiet moments that you can just reflect and just be with your thoughts, I guess, while you're waiting for something to happen. This pukeko is just preening away, not far from me. Alright, it's time to go to another spot. We've had a really good session here. Got lots of photos, so the light's definitely up now, so it's only going to get worse. So we'll go and see if we can find another species to photograph somewhere else. But really, really nice spot. If you're curious to know where I was today, I was actually way down over here laying in this corner and the ducks were just swimming around here. That's where I got those shots. So I had a quick drive around the lake and I couldn't see anything that would improve upon the shots that I got this morning, so I've called it quits for today. I had a really good time actually, and hopefully that video of the duck coming into land and getting those shots just goes to show you how laying in wait can work. Let me know in the comments below which is your favourite shot from today. I hope you learnt something. I had a great time. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you very much to those members who have signed up. If you're not sure what a member is, you can now join the channel and support me. Just hit the little join button next to the subscribe button to find out more. Alright, until the next video, thank you very much, take care, and see you later. Well, g'day and welcome to the channel. And today's visit, g'day and welcome to the channel. G'day and welcome to the channel. In today's video, g'day and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm